This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. We hate having enemies. Half asleep, we sit down for our breakfast of steel-cut oatmeal. It's a great source of omega-3s. And suddenly, there's a thunderclap outside, and our nemesis appears in a flash of lightning and column of smoke, scorching the freshly mown front lawn. They glide up to the front door and leave a perfectly formed red delicious apple right at our front door. Yeah, right. First, we saw Snow White. We know enough to be suspicious of random apples. Second, red delicious apples aren't very tasty. We only put Granny Smith apples on our oatmeal. And third, the slowly dissipating cloud of brimstone-smelling smoke is pretty much a giveaway. Having enemies is almost as annoying as having telemarketers. Fortunately, you have options. Whether your enemy is a colleague from work who's out to destroy you, a bowling teammate who resents your standing in the league, or an evil step-parent jealous of your amazing complexion and entourage of animated animals, there are tactics that you can use to turn enemies into friends. As I've discussed in the episodes on Give and Take and The Go-Giver, there are links in today's transcript, giving is a way to get people to like you. Why do you think that Santa Claus is so popular? This man squeezes down fireplaces, he must sweat like a pig and smells like a reindeer holding pen, but children love him. Why? Because he gives them toys. They'll overlook his poor hygiene for toys. You can give something tangible. I saw these beautiful new knitting needles and I bought them for you. I blunted the tip so that you don't accidentally stab yourself, or me. You can also give an enemy favors or compliments. I'm heading to the snack bar. Can I bring you anything? And if you do it with a genuine helpful intent, it really might score points. You must initiate the gift, however. Giving a bully your lunch money isn't giving, it's compliance. But if they approach you, hand outstretched, menacing expression, and the instant before they demand money, you put a kitten in their outstretched hand, look them in the eye and say, "A gift for you, she's purring. She loves you already." That counts as a gift. Plus, if they're allergic, it gives you time to run away while they sneeze. Ask your enemies for help. The flip side of giving is taking. And believe it or not, this works too. Ben Franklin tells the story of a political opponent that he wanted to reconcile with. So he asked to borrow a rare and curious book from his opponent. They ended up reconciling and becoming friends. There are a couple of forces at work here. One is called commitment and consistency. It's a psychological principle that says that we don't like inconsistency, especially in ourselves. If your nemesis gives you a book, they've helped you out. They need to reconcile that action with their internal world. Now, they can't change the fact that they helped you, because you've got the book now, but they can change the way that they think about you. So they begin thinking about you in a way that says, you must not be so bad after all, seeing as they must have liked you enough to lend you a book or to do you a favor. My father used to tell me this as a young boy also. He said the best way to deal with a bully was to get them on your side by asking them for help. Now, in Ben Franklin's case, there was another force at work. Franklin was known as a literary scholar, so by asking to borrow the book, he was implicitly flattering his enemy, thus combining both the giving and the getting. If your office hater is getting you down, but they know how to use desktop presentation software, show them your next presentation and ask for their advice on fonts. Everyone has opinions on fonts, don't they? You're flattering them and activating the consistency principle all at once. Find their inner awesome. This last technique comes from my pull leadership framework, which I developed based on Oprah Winfrey. I was impressed at the devotion of Oprah fans, so I started asking them why. Why are you so devoted? And they would say, I feel like she sees the greatness that I can be, and she wants that to be real. A coaching client of mine wants to become a powerful leader in the world. He wants to rally armies to his cause and presumably take over the world, which, what can I say, I approve. We're starting with step 1, which is learning to inspire loyalty in others. I gave him this assignment. Go approach 5 people who dislike you and are real jerks. Talk with each one with the sole intention of finding out why this person has the potential to be someone amazing someday. And since you already hate each other, you have nothing to lose by trying this. He reported back that he had failed in the assignment because everyone he thought was a jerk actually turned out to be an interesting, engaging person. You can imagine my surprise. This is another way to turn haters into lovers. Especially in American culture, we're trained to point out what's wrong. Very few people ever look at us and see our inner awesomeness. When someone does, sincerely, we like them. And as paradoxical as it seems, a great way to turn a nemesis into a friend is to train yourself to sincerely, believably, genuinely find the best in them and let them know it. Make a peace offering. Lastly, you can always be upfront about wanting to reconcile. Contact your nemesis and say, I know we haven't gotten along in the past. I'd like to fix that. Can we have dinner and get to know each other better? If they say yes, you have a chance to have a dinner that might fix things. At the very least, it will be super awkward, which can be fun in and of itself. You could even cook them dinner and deliver a homemade meal to their doorstep with a note saying, this is a peace offering. I'd like to be friends. Write them off. This does bring me to yet the final strategy. Twice I've made a direct offer of reconciliation, only to be told, I really don't want to fix things. In that case, screw 'em. Life is too short to waste your time with people who make the conscious, deliberate choice to keep hostility and animosity in their life. But what if the person is a boss or someone your career depends on? Change jobs because things won't get better, they don't like you, and they're not willing to do what it takes to improve the relationship. But first, try giving. Try asking for help, and try finding their inner awesome. If none of those work, try one final peace offering, bake them a pie, an apple pie. Use that red delicious apple you found on your doorstep. Surely it will taste as good as it looks, and it will be yummy and healthy for them. After all, if they thought it was good enough for you to eat, they'll think it's devilishly good. This is Steve Robbins. I help executives and world-changing entrepreneurs accelerate their performance. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.